Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. So this is part 2 of my plant care, plant chores that I made a list out of tasks that I wanted to get done before we head out of town. So if you missed part 1, it was the video right before this one. So go watch that one first if you missed it and come back to this one. So in part 1, we released beneficials and I took care of a couple rehabs, a linearis and an anthurium rehab. I did some anthurium like pollination stuff and I trimmed back my trailing Cebu blue and we repotted a begonia. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with part 2 and we're going to pot up the rest of the Hoya props that are in this acrylic over here. I have quite a bit, so maybe for like the next 20-30 minutes I'll take care of those. And then I think I'm going to pause on plant care and do some watering. I hope it's in focus. I have some water off camera to rinse the root system because I think most of these are in stratum and perlite. And then I'm going to dump the stratum and perlite in here. Ideally, I would love to take care of like monstera props, and I have so many water props in my nursery room. I just don't think I have time to take care of all those today, unfortunately, or like before we leave. So I'm just gonna do what I can here. So in this little bin are all the most recent cuttings, and I've shared all these before. 3 of these were from the big box store, and then 2 were gifted cuttings that I don't think I'm going to keep those. And then 3 of them were Hoya cuttings that I wanted, and then one's like a random syndapsis in here. It was like a propagation. The ones that I got from the big box store were Hoya Matilde. I split it into 2 pots. This one's actually growing in like pretty splashy, so I wanted to start a second one. So I think I'll pop this one up by itself, and this one's still growing splashy, but I might just pop this up as like a separate plant to downsize because I really like the splash on this one. I think I might have gotten really lucky with the color on that. But I feel like they've rooted enough, yeah. They've rooted enough. So we'll do these first. And then I also got this Burtonay variegated, and it's put out, I think, a new set of leaves from the big box store. It was in that planter together. Phew, I'm hot. I was cold, now I'm hot. I think because I've been nonstop most of the day. Oh yeah, that rooted quite a bit. I'm not going to get all that off the roots, the perlate, just a little bit. And these should hopefully be pretty quick. It's pretty simple. Oops, I got 2 here. I don't know if this table has been empty all year because I've gotten so many new plants and cuttings this year. I usually just set them on this table to kind of isolate in like little acrylics. Sometimes I use the clear propagation, like the topins. All right, that one's really cute. So I'm gonna keep that one as a second Matilde. I feel like my throat is so dry. Gosh, I don't even know why I bother with potting mats. I really don't. Sometimes I feel like when I'm rushing, and it's not that I'm rushing, I just feel like I'm on a time crunch. I wanted to try and get most of my filming that I needed to get done today. Those are adorable. So let go and keep. And the Burtonay variegated. I actually kind of like this. I wasn't sure I was going to want this one, but I do kind of I like the variegation. Okay, that has a decent little root system there. Sometimes with new Hoyas, it's nice like starting fresh with a cutting and growing in your own like new healthy roots and potting it into your own mix. These were from the big box store, and I know that soil was just nasty, so that's why I wanted to like re-root them. I'm just like, no, I'm just going to take some cuttings and start over. Oh, this one's really cute. That color is going to pop in the cabinet because I don't think I have anything this bright. Like the lime green is so bright on that. That one's pretty. So that one is a keep. This one I'm going to let go because I already have one in my cabinet, and this one's like rooted a ton. This was a free cutting. So I'll probably list this one on my site. I'm gonna get this potted up, and it has a tendril. And then this one was a free cutting as well. I don't think I'm gonna keep this. She told me what it was, but it doesn't look like what I was told. It doesn't look anything like the plant, so I think it's something else. So if you guys know the ID on that, let me know, because I have no idea. I might just list it as annoyed on my site once it actually establishes in soil, but it's got a ton of roots. I just have to know my limit. It's nice like getting free cuttings, but if I know if I don't want the plant or it's like an extra of something, I feel like I'm just gonna go ahead and downsize it. I have to be very selective with what I keep in my collection now. Yeah, I don't need a duplicate of this one. I mean, it was very nice to include the freebie. Okay, very healthy root system. I forget the name of this one though. It's the one with the velvety leaves. It's really cute. That little cutie, we'll have to rinse him off. So that is a let go, and this is a let go. This honestly looks like Hoya Mina because I got a Hoya Mina this year. It's kind of what it looks like to me, but I'm not sure. Nice, healthy root system. It's just a little dark because of the stratum. I think some of these were in mostly stratum, or maybe it had more stratum in that mix. I actually really like cutting it with perlite. I used to do straight stratum all the time. Oh yeah, these last ones are getting messy because my gloves are wet. All right, there is that one, and I'll definitely have to rinse that under the sink. So that one is a let go. I'm gonna go ahead and do this Syndapsis really quick. I think this starts with an M. I liked the elbow variegation on that. The leaves are pretty small, like compared to my finger there, but I really like the color. Okay, that grew in a nice little root system too. Okay, and that one is a keep. We'll put this one in my plant room with my other Syndapsis over there. Okay, we have 3 cuttings left. Now these ones I don't know if they're that rooted. I think this one's good to pot up. This is the Lacinosa. I think this is Winter Pandora. There's a long root right there. And this one is good too. This one is the, starts with the B, but I feel like that's rooted enough to go ahead and pot up. It was pretty small. It put out 1 new leaf. That one there in the middle is the newest one. And then those 2 were the original. And then the only other one that I got was this one here. And this one is not, oh, it is finally growing. I was gonna say, it has not produced a growth point yet. And the last time I checked on it, it wasn't rooting, but I do see roots now actually. This one here, it took forever. The growth point's like right down there. I was worried this cutting wasn't going to make it because it just, the stem didn't look good at all. So I'm glad that it's rooting now. So we can pot all 3 of these up. So same thing to these ones, and that's it for the props over here. Okay, root system on that one. All right, that is that one. And these last 3 are keeps, of course. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 keeps and 3 let goes. Let's do this one next. It looked like that one rooted mostly on the end there. It's a tiny little thing. I'll have to be careful with this one. Such a tiny little cutting, little leaves. so little. Look how tiny it is. Oh my goodness. I will definitely have to watch my watering on that. Okay, I'm happy that this one has a growth point. It looked like it may have had pests at one point, but I like checked and cleaned these really good when I got them, because you can see like, and that's the thing, like sometimes getting cuttings, you can see all the, it looks like maybe it had flat mites at one point. Do you see that? It's kind of gross. I'll probably get rid of that leaf once I get new growth. She finally rooted. She wasn't like that, I swear, like a couple weeks ago. There was no roots. We are starting the first week of January. Well, now we're into the second week of January with no new plants. That is a first. I feel like that's crazy. It's gonna be 2 months soon without a new plant. That's the longest I've gone in a while without a new plant. I thought about going to Lowe's or Home Depot, and I'm like, oh, I could film a video real quick before I leave in there and just see what they have. I'm like, I had to tell myself no. I don't need to be going right now. I would be tempted to get something again, because last time I got the anthurium, and but I'm glad I found the anthurium because it's pushing a new leaf right now and it looks to be so cute. I felt like that was a really good find. But I was tempted by a lot that trip. I kind of buried the growth point, but it should pop back out here once I get it under the sink. Looks like little bunny ears. Okay, so I will meet you at the sink. We're going to clean those and give them, I'll just give them a tiny bit of nutrients, not a ton because they haven't really had any. And I'll get this mess cleaned up, and then I'll probably come back on a bit later and do some watering. I'll just like play some music while we do some watering, and then yeah, after today, like I said, I'll probably pop on a different day and kind of any last minute tasks, we'll go ahead and get those taken care of. So I'll have to label the cups once they dry. I'm gonna let these kind of hang out here for like an hour and just kind of drip dry. All right, so those are all keep and these are let go. Hi, hello. It is a couple days later and it's getting down to the wire. I have been like nonstop the last couple of days. I was editing and trying to get these couple of videos like ready to go and pre-scheduled. I've been cleaning house, I've been packing, I've done some errands, and yeah, I just can't believe we have just one more day and then we'll be heading to Hawaii. I'm so excited. You guys will be seeing this video on our flight back. So by the time this goes up, we'll almost be home. I think I'll have this scheduled to go up Wednesday next week. Wednesday or Thursday. If it goes up Thursday, then we'll be back home as long as there's no crazy flight delays. I was actually checking the forecast and there is a snowstorm that is going to hit, I think, tomorrow night. Not here, but like across the Midwest and eastern, northeastern United States. Our flight is really early Thursday morning. I think we're leaving at like 4:30 in the morning Thursday. Our connecting flight is Houston, so at least we're going south. And then from there it'll be a direct flight to Hawaii. Now, it's like a 9-hour flight or almost a 9-hour flight, which is crazy. I have not been on an airplane for that long. So it'll be interesting. I'm going to be really anxious flying over the Pacific Ocean because I don't like large bodies of water. I know I'm going to be paranoid about that. I'll have to have my husband sit by the window. But I'm really excited to go. I'm starting to get excited. I'm still a little bit sick. Like I still sound froggy and I have this like bronchial irritation. Like my throat is so dry and scratchy. I actually just got back from a few more errands a little bit ago. I actually went and got my nails done. I haven't had my nails done in over a year. I like treated myself. It's a pretty like light pink color. They did such a good job. It was just like a salon that happened to be right there where I was running my errands and I hadn't been in there before. They was able to take me right away. They were so nice and yeah, I love it. So I'm happy that I treated myself to that. We're in the grocery store to get some cough medicine and I can already tell I think I feel a little bit better since taking that because I've been coughing like nonstop and I don't want to be coughing on the airplane. People thinking I'm sick, and yeah, I think that's the only thing that's really left is just this irritating nagging cough, and I have a little bit of like stuff I'm still trying to get up, but for the most part I'm feeling better. I'm just a little tired still, I think. So hopefully it kind of gets out of my system in the next couple of days. There's going to be a huge time difference. I think it's 6 hours. So it's definitely going to be a bit of an adjustment. I'll have to film a video when we're back, and I'm going to take my camera. I'm not going to be working and like filming, but I am going to take my camera to get video clips while we're there just to have like memories and stuff. So I'll put together a little video when we're back of the trip. I want to go to some plant shops. I'll see if I can get some footage in a couple of those shops and I can just do a voiceover and do a little planty haul when I get back, because I am going to try and buy a plant and take it back on the airplane when we get back. So I'm excited to go around and browse, but we have like activities planned, and really it's just like relaxing and kind of sightseeing and exploring. I think that's the thing I'm most excited about. So I'll film a little video when we get back if you're interested in seeing some sights there and some plant stuff, because I'm excited to see like some plants out in their element. I think there's a botanical garden I'm going to go to as well that I was looking at. My birthday is technically Monday on the 19th, so I'm going to go to plant shops that morning, and then I think a botanical garden, and maybe just drive around and see what else we get into. Tomorrow is Wednesday, and so I'm saving a bulk of what I need to do plant-wise for tomorrow. I did water Friday and Saturday, pretty much everything. I watered the bedroom and bathroom plants yesterday, so I'm not going to touch those before we leave. But in here in the shop room and my plant room and Hoya and anthurium, I want to go through and quickly just like give everyone, I think, a little bit more water just so that they'll last until probably Thursday. Like 8 days they need to last. I think the only ones that I'm really concerned about are the ones in the cabinet, but I am about to put the rudsta right there on an extension cord timer thing. I actually don't have the cabinet on right now, But I'll definitely have to water all those in there tomorrow, and they should hopefully be fine. I'm only going to set the grow light for like 6 hours, I think. And it's going to be really cold this week too. I also have to move all the plants into the garage tomorrow as well, because I was checking the forecast, and with that snowstorm, I think it's going to get like upper 20s here one night, and so I definitely won't be able to be here to cover the plants, so they're going to have to stay in the garage the whole time while we're gone. But we do have a little bit of a window in there, so I think they'll be fine. So hopefully there won't be any casualties when we get back. I have my little list here too. We did the pot up on the Hoya props. We did that. That's where we left off. Oh, we left off on watering. Oh, and that's right. I have this here too. I want to go ahead and take care of this. So I got 5 seeds. This is from that, my Potato radiatum and clarinervium hybrid that I pollinated. So I did this in May of last year, and I have no idea why that inflow suddenly started yellowing, because it was fine when I watered them the week before. And you saw me squeezing some of the seeds out of the berries that I could. I don't know if these are going to be viable. There's 2 seeds that I think will germinate. I feel like they were the biggest berries. I've had them in a thing of water this whole time, but I'm going to go ahead and just put them in a thing of spag moss to germinate instead of leaving them in this water thing for like 8-9 more days. So I'll do that with you really quick, and we'll see what what germinates. So it's Clary Potato Radiatum crossed with a Crystal Mag. I have no idea what this hybrid would even look like. So I really hope one of these, at least if I can have one, that'll be cool, because it's like my own little creation. And my Clary Potato is my own little creation, and my Crystal Mag. So these are 2 of my hybrids that I created to make a new hybrid. That's exciting. So we'll see. I have 5, but I'm going to set those up. Oh, the grow lights. I did adjust the ones in here already. I don't know if you can tell, but so on each shelf, there's 2 grow lights. So what I did was I left one on each shelf, and then I turned the other one off, and I kind of rotated them each shelf, so it's so much darker without all the grow lights on. I have to do the lights in the rudsta cabinets. I'll do that tomorrow while I water, and then the Millsbow is the only other one that I'm worried about that I think is going to dry out while we're gone. So I think what I'm going to do, since they're the T8s, they don't have a switch. I can't just turn them off. I think what I'm going to do is just set the grow light timer for 6 hours. I think that'll be plenty while we're gone every day. And plus, if it's sunny like this, the sun does come in through the window. So I think they'll be fine if I cut that one back. I think that's really it. There's nothing else that I need to finish up. I mean, I have so much stuff to do, but I'm not going to worry about anything else until we get back. I think it's really just making sure they survive the week while I'm gone. But I think it'll be fine, because yeah, it's not going to be super hot this week, and me cutting the grow lights back, I think they'll be fine. If there's any casualties, then I'll let you know when I get back. So yeah, let's quickly get the rudsta set up on a timer, and then we'll take care of these, and we'll get this video wrapped up. I'm going to use one of these Govee things because I have an app on my phone. So we'll use one of these, and then I have an extra outlet over here, so I'm going to feed an extension cord to reach the rudsta. The rudsta only has 1 plug. I had actually ordered one on Amazon to come in 2 days. So I have Prime because I order so much shop supplies and stuff through Amazon all the time. I'm just always needing stuff. But lately, I don't know, ever since the holiday, I feel like things are taking so much longer. I've had multiple packages not show up, so I'm assuming they got lost. And so I had ordered an extension cord, so it wasn't going to, because I had forgot to get it while I was out the other day. So I'm like, let me order it. It should get here in 2 days. And so of course it's delayed. So I'm like, let me run out and get an extension cord. Okay, I was able to log in. So I have the app here. Okay, so, oh, I do have that one. I didn't realize I had that one on a timer. Oh, sweet, that one's on a timer too. Did you see it click off? Okay, the extra outlet is down here. So I have to add it in my phone. I think it's trying to add, okay. Green rudsta cabinet. It failed to connect. Why did it fail to connect? Okay, I think it connected that time. All right, and we're going to schedule it for, I think everything else comes on around 8 a.m. I'm gonna do 10 a.m. We will make it go off at 4 p.m. I think. And give it a little bit of light. So that's set up, and then yeah, we'll just plug this in. I'll feed this through back here. The sun is intense. Why is it not on? Why did it not cut on? There we go. Yay. But it's almost 4 p.m. so it's going to cut off very soon. Sweet, that is on a timer. I'll show you a couple leaves. Look at the Warocqueanum Elsmeralda. Look at that new leaf. Isn't that pretty? She is gorgeous. And then this long aloba is getting ready to push a new leaf. That is exciting. The Longaloba purple. This one's kind of going because this dries out too fast. You see, I watered this Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I watered this seriously like 3 or 4 days ago and it's already dry. So I'm gonna have to soak this. I'm gonna like saturate this before we leave. And hopefully she doesn't dry out. Oh, that's thirsty too. I need to water all these. I'm gonna try and push it till tomorrow though. And look at this new leaf. This is Brielle and Michelle. Look how pretty. Yeah, anthurium, Brielle, Michelle. This leaf is going, I'll pluck that. It's really pretty. We'll water everyone in there tomorrow. I am glad that is done. I changed all my water props the other day as well. I'll have to top off, I have a few of those that I'll top off tomorrow, and then in my plant room, all those Monstera, and I have some Syngonium. I'll just like top them off, but I already like changed them the other day, so I'm gonna cross that off. And then the rudsta timer is done. Yeah, and we'll do everything else tomorrow. Let me grab some spag moss in a little container and we'll take care of these. Okay, I have some moss in here. I really hope these germinate, especially because it's been 7, going on 8 months. That's a long time for berries. When I did my regular clarinervium, when I did my pedato radiatum twice, it took, I think 11 months and then almost a year. Yeah, it took a while. A little bit of moss, and we are just going to pluck. Do I have a little, I don't have a pair of tongs in here. I'm just going to pour some of this water out. Yeah, I'm pretty much just sitting them all on top. I'm just like barely pushing them down. Okay, I don't know where the 5th one went. It must have gone in here. I don't see it. You can see one seed right there at the top. And all I'm gonna do is close the lid. so it gets 100% humidity. And I'll leave this under grow light. Today's the 13th. I'm gonna write 1/13. On here is when I planted them. So I'll see if they germinate. I checked on my pally out there. The inflows are getting more and more bumpy, both of them, which I'm so excited. I did them a month apart, but they both look like they're going to produce berries here. I don't know how long pally takes, Pallidiflorum, but I feel like it's not going to take that long, which is really exciting because I can't wait to have like a tons of little pally to grow out and everything. It's going to be so exciting. And yeah, this one, my Clary Potato, I have another one that's crossed, another inflow that's crossed with Delta Force. So maybe that's why it aborted it, because the other one is pollinated as well. Maybe it just decided to let this one go. But it's crazy, after 7 months, that's weird that it would all of a sudden decide to do that. Because I pollinated that other one a few months ago. I have a little dome container here that I have some random props and stuff in. I'm actually just gonna sit these down in here because they'll be, I'm actually gonna turn the top one on and this one off back here. So I'll set them under in there so they'll get some light. Look at these Regal Shields. They are so white. They each put out like 2 new white leaves. Look at this one. It's so pretty though. Look how white. That is crazy. And then the other one has like 2 pretty much white leaves. I'm gonna give you guys a peek at something if you have watched this far into the video. So I got a random corm. Well, I knew what the corm was when I purchased it, but I took a gamble on it and it's sprouting its first leaf. So I said before I didn't want this plant because I just didn't care to have it, but lately I have been obsessed with pink plants. So let me know if you have any guesses on what that is. It's a pink azalani, or azalanii, however you say it. I only have, I think, 2 or 3 more, actually I only think 2 more props of my regular azalani or azalani, and I really wanted a variegated version, so I bought a corm on like a random, it wasn't even Etsy, it was just like I typed in pink azalani and then a website came up, somebody's shop, and they were selling a corm and I just bought it. I took a chance and it's sprouting. And I can see this leaf has so much color. I'm so excited for this. I usually don't like to do corms anymore, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to gamble because these plants are still so expensive. The pink azalanis. I was going to get one on a site, but it was like $3.50, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna take a gamble with a corm. Look at how much this heterophylla, I'll give you another peek, the metallic blue with the aria variegation. So that was the original leaf, the next one, and then the third leaf, of course, is massive. Alocasias do not stay tiny for me for very long. I think it's just the conditions, the warmth and nutrients. I don't have an answer other than that. They just like, they get huge. This one has some color there. It's still burning in, but like, I'm just amazed at the leaf jump. Like, that's crazy. And it's getting ready to push another one. I'll be excited to see that when I get back. It's growing in a ton of roots in there. The rudsta went out already because it's after 4, so they had a grow light for 10 minutes today, but that's okay. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to water them tomorrow, and yeah, everything else in here will be good. I'll just quickly go through and add water in the bins tomorrow in here. I'm going to do this one first, and then I'll do the other rooms. I'm bringing you in my plant room a second because I want to show you this leaf. I'm going to chop her when we get back. if she doesn't put out another new leaf. Okay, that's better. Look at that new leaf. Look at her. Insane, right? Like, look how big it is. I'm obsessed. She definitely needs chopped. Look at all those aerials. It's so funny. I don't really want to chop her because she keeps sizing up, but I need to. I feel like it's time. Okay, and then I wanted to quickly give you an update on linearis since we did that one already. It looks like it could be a little bit more hydrated than what it was, but obviously it needs to root first. And I don't know if it's really rooted that much yet, but I feel like it does look a little bit better than what it did. So I'm curious when I get back to see the progress on this one. I do have some more dried leaves here and here, but I do feel like some strands look a little bit plump. So that's the update on that. It's been several days. I think that is everything that I'm going to film today for the plant chores so I can get this video finished and pre-scheduled. And yeah, I'll be excited to come back and kind of look at my plants, see growth. Hopefully there's no casualties, and I'll have to get all the outside plants put back out from the garage, and I'll probably take a few days to go around, water and everything, and kind of get settled back in and get back to my routine of things. But I'm really excited to just get away for a week and unplug. It's gonna be so nice. I hope the weather is nice there too. But yeah, I will talk to you guys when we're back and fill you in on how the trip went and where all I went as far as like planty stuff, and I'll be able to share some of that footage with you, which I'm so excited for. But yeah, I will talk to you guys when we're back.